Installing a TV antenna. As you see here, I've installed mine out in the yard because I build antennas. I have two on a post. This is here because I work on them a lot. I change out the top antenna. Everything I build is tested. But I use a pole. This is 3/4 inch electrical conduit. Say that fast. Anyway, I put a post in the ground and attached my conduit to it. And I have my antenna wires running down to a reverse splitter, and then a single line goes into the house underground. Down here, the yellow wire, that's a mast ground. That's a separate grounding wire. It keeps the antenna mast grounded. Just because it's sticking in the ground does not mean it's grounded. Now you can mount your antenna any way you want. You can put it up on a roof. You can attach it to an eave, a chimney. Don't attach it to a tree. I prefer it to be away from the house because this is Florida and we have a lot of lightning. And the antenna mast and the antenna itself is grounded via the grounding block, which is over here. You can't be very far away from your grounding block or you're going to have to run a lot of wire. These things are usually on the same side of the house as the electric meter. And I'll explain that. Here's the grounding block. If your house has ever had cable, satellite, oh, cable, internet, anything, you have a box like this, or you have a grounding block type thing attached to the wall. And what happens is my wire from the antenna comes here, goes through a splitter, and then feeds out to my two TVs. The green wire is the grounding wire. It attaches to the splitter. Same here. This dirty old copper wire attaches to this grounding block. That's not used. These both go feed underground right about here. Underground. Some stick up, some don't. There's a ground rod. It's put in by the electric company. It goes 8 feet or more underground. And that gives you a solid ground for everything that's in your house, all the electric. All your electric, all this kind of TV, cable, whatever, has to be grounded in the same spot. It's very important. Now, however you choose to mount your antenna is up to you. Like I said, you can put it on the roof, you can put it out in the yard, you can put it in a lot of places. I don't get involved in installation or climbing on roofs. I'm not a spring chicken. But everything has to come back to this box. The metal on the cable wires or the coax wires, that grounds the antenna itself. The separate ground wire I pointed out, the yellow wire, that goes underground and it goes right directly to the ground rod underground. And there's a few wires in here. It's a little confusing. It's an old house. There was a lot of stuff here over the years, telephone lines. It can be a little confusing, but it's not confusing. I have a video on my YouTube channel. It's grounding your antenna, and I have a few things there, a few videos about grounding. It's very simple. Most homes have something like this already installed. If you don't have anything like this, you can go to any hardware store, buy a grounding block, or you can buy a splitter to split your signal out to several TVs. They all have a grounding attachment, but it's very important. If you get a lightning strike, that'll go right into your house and right into your TV if you don't have it grounded properly. And it's very, very important. We really don't want lightning in the house. But the installation can be simple. Like I said, I just put a post in the ground and attached my pole to the post. It's stable, it stays there. It's been here almost 2 years now. Actually, it's been here longer than that. These antennas have been up for 2 years. And I'll switch out the top antenna from time to time for testing. But that antenna's been there for almost 2 years. And it's simple. You just run your coax from the attachment point, which I provide. Run it down. I put it underground because it's out of the way when I mow the grass. My antennas are all designed to be attached to a pole, whether it be 3/4, 1 inch, whatever you have. I supply brackets to attach onto a pole. If I don't supply the correct size, you can get these kind of brackets at any hardware store. It's a conduit hanger is what it's called. A conduit hanging bracket. It's a cheap little thing, but they don't rust, and they do a good job. Good luck. Leave a comment if you have questions. Thanks.